Imagine this, a crowded airport, people rushing in every direction, when a tall, confident man in a suit suddenly freezes in his steps. His eyes lock onto something he can't believe, two little children, laughing, holding hands with a woman he once loved and left behind. The man is a millionaire CEO now, powerful and respected, but in that moment, he feels powerless. Because the woman leading those children is his former fiancée, and the twins look strikingly like him. What he didn't know was that walking away from her years ago would one day bring him face to face with the biggest regret of his life. Stay with me until the end of this story, you won't believe the way fate turns everything around. And if you enjoy stories that touch your heart and make you think, don't forget to like this video and subscribe, so you never miss another one. 4 years earlier, Ryan Bennett had everything money could buy, cars, luxury penthouses, and an empire he had built with his bare hands. But the one thing he couldn't buy was trust. He had grown up with betrayal all around him, watching his father cheat on his mother, watching his mother walk away without explanation. So when his fiancée, Emily, told him she was pregnant, Ryan panicked. Instead of joy, he let suspicion creep into his mind. "Is it even mine?" he had asked her that night, words that cut her deeper than any blade. Emily, who had given up her own career to support him, who had believed in him before anyone else did, stood there trembling, begging him to believe her. But Ryan had turned his back, his pride louder than her tears, and walked away. Emily was left alone, carrying not just the weight of her pregnancy but also the shattering heartbreak of being abandoned by the man she thought she'd spend her life with. She worked double shifts, sometimes skipping meals so she could save for the babies. When her twins, Lily and Lucas, were born, Emily cried tears of both pain and joy. They were her reason to keep going, her strength when the world felt unbearable. She whispered to them every night, "You are enough for me. Even if your father never comes back, you are everything." Ryan's life, meanwhile, skyrocketed. He became a household name in business, winning awards, building skyscrapers, gracing magazine covers. But behind the sharp suits and the charming smile was an emptiness he could never explain. He drowned it with work, convinced he had made the right choice by walking away. After all, he told himself, if Emily had really loved him, she would have fought harder. And then fate intervened. 4 years later, at that airport, he saw her again. Emily's hair was tied up in a simple bun, her clothes modest, but her beauty radiated more than ever. The twins ran around her, their laughter echoing, and Ryan's heart skipped. He couldn't take his eyes off them. When Lucas turned, Ryan froze. The boy's dimples, the shape of his jaw, it was like looking in a mirror. His chest tightened as realization hit. These children weren't just hers. They were his too. Ryan followed them, unable to stop himself. He watched Emily kneel down to tie Lily's shoelace, watched the tenderness in her eyes, the way her smile glowed even when she was tired. Regret clawed at him, regret so heavy it almost brought him to his knees. He finally approached, voice trembling, "Emily?" She turned. For a moment, time stopped. Her eyes widened, shock flooding her face, but quickly her guard went up. She pulled the twins closer, her voice firm. "Ryan. What do you want?" The children looked at him curiously, but Emily's hand tightened around theirs. Ryan swallowed hard. "Are they?" His voice broke. Emily's silence was answer enough. Tears stung his eyes, and for the first time in years, the powerful CEO felt small, broken, desperate. "Emily, I'm sorry. I didn't know." Her laugh was bitter. "Didn't know? You walked away when I needed you most. Do you know what it was like, Ryan? Raising 2 babies alone, while you built your empire? They cried at night, asking where their daddy was, and I had no answer." Ryan's knees almost gave out. "Please, give me a chance. Let me make it right." But Emily shook her head. "It's not about you anymore. It's about them. You don't get to just walk back in because you regret your choices. The next weeks were a test of Ryan's determination. He didn't give up. He started showing up, not with gifts, not with money, but with time. He sat with Lucas at the park, letting the boy climb on his shoulders. He listened to Lily's stories about her favorite books. Slowly, Emily saw the walls around her heart begin to crack. The man who had once abandoned her was now washing paint off tiny hands, laughing as ice cream melted down his suit, carrying both kids when they fell asleep. One night, when the twins were in bed, Ryan stood in Emily's small kitchen, his eyes soft. "Emily, I was a coward. I let fear and pride blind me. But being around them, around you, I finally know what matters. Please, don't shut me out forever." Tears filled her eyes. She had dreamed of hearing those words years ago, but life had taught her not to trust so easily. Still, she saw something different in his eyes now: humility, love, regret. After a long silence, she whispered, "If you want to be in their lives, you prove it. Day by day. Not with promises. With actions." Ryan nodded, determination etched into his soul. Months later, the twins ran into his arms without hesitation. Emily stood at a distance, watching the scene unfold. Her heart still carried scars, but she also saw healing not just for her, but for the children. The story doesn't end with perfection. It ends with redemption, forgiveness, and the power of love to rebuild.